So in today's society, so much emphasis is placed on how to get a girl to like you or chase you.
How to make a girl chase you.
Today, I'm gonna tell you 5 things that girls secretly want you to do.
11 ways to get her to think about you non-stop.
Things that will make a woman think about you non-stop.
Why? Why in God's name has this become so important? Just think about it. What do you actually get when you do this? What is it that you are chasing?
Hey ladies, I'm back with more unsolicited and toxic dating advice.
Both times I cheated on him, it was a threesome. Both times I cheated on him, it was a threesome.
Okay, this is really toxic advice, but I'm just gonna throw it out there for people that need to use it.
Yep, that's right. That is what's waiting for you on the other side of chasing women. And yes, I know, not every relationship will go like this and end in a huge disaster, just like not every marriage ends in a divorce. However, when almost 50% of all marriages in the US and well over 40% of all marriages in the UK ends in a divorce, then the stats on dating and relationships have to be even worse than that. And so, focusing the majority of your time, energy, and resources on chasing this probability seems highly idiotic and leaves you without any true fulfillment in life.
The consequences of around all the time don't get talked about enough. It's very difficult to have purpose in life and to also be gluttonous when it comes to sex.
I agree.
I had no balance in my life. It was very hard to feel any sense of calmness and peace. You got women coming in and out of your apartment.
Right.
You're doing it all the time. You're spending like 5 hours of your day sometimes taking her out to dinner or sleeping with her, and you're like, damn, I didn't put any of that time in my work.
Now luckily, life wasn't always centered around this, and we can learn a great deal just by going back in time. You see, instead of asking our young men whether or not they have a girlfriend, we used to ask them much more profound questions like, how will you lead your people, or how will you bring honor to the family name? These are much more meaningful questions that actually challenge you and force you to find purpose in life. To basically chase a goal that's worth chasing. And the irony of this all is that when you actually chase women, you are most likely to go broke and end up lost. While when you chase a truly fulfilling purpose that makes you want to achieve excellence, most likely this will bring you wealth as well as women, attracting both like moths to a flame. Now, the chasing of dates and hookups was never the main goal in any man's life throughout the centuries, since relationship and marriage were secondary to self-improvement and achieving great success. And marriage specifically was always used as a very practical strategic tool to achieve more important goals. Now don't get me wrong, bedroom fun was definitely practiced a lot back then. But still, even then, people still knew that getting laid itself was never the main prize. However, fast forward to today's society, with the Instagram flexing culture and making everything about getting girls and having bedroom fun.
And I promise you, bro, if you do these things consistently, you're gonna make girls crazy about you. So for example, opening up the door for them, that's gonna drive them crazy. Or if you're walking down a sidewalk like this, you wanna position yourself on the side where the cars are so that, in theory, you're protecting the girl from the oncoming traffic.
And so when you look more closely at this, you'll see that this is the wrong way to go and will set you up for failure. What you actually need is to find your own purpose that makes you want to work out and take care of yourself simply because of your internal motivation. And to help you with achieving just that is today's sponsor, Teach Henley. Now, in addition to working out and eating healthy, excellent skincare is definitely an important part to looking and feeling great. So if you want to age like fine wine, you need a good skincare routine and you need products that target the various skin issues that men have, and this is where Teach Henley comes in, since they actually offer a complete skincare package. This also includes the SPF protection in the AM moisturizer to keep your face nicely hydrated, as well as protected from the sun. Now, my favorite products from the Teach Henley lineup are definitely the face wash and the eye cream, which I would highly recommend you get. Next to this, they offer 3 system options, level 1, level 2, and level 3. If you're new to skincare and don't know where to start, the level 1 system is a great place to start with. But if you want their amazing eye cream and super serum, you should definitely consider the level 2 or level 3 systems. Now remember, skincare is not something you want to put off, since prevention is key, and starting early is essential if you want to continue looking great for many years to come. Oh, and by the way, Teach Henley members now get tons of benefits, including 20% off the retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals, and free US shipping. And because Teach Henley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering you guys a great deal. Just click the first link down below in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. So don't miss out on this amazing deal. Click that link and get started today. Now, this obsession with hookup culture and doing things just so you can have some bedroom fun is not only counterproductive, but it's dangerous as well, since it really doesn't take that much to mess up your entire life.
It's hard to have any balance. What about my friends and family? They're starting to take a back burner because the hot girl just hit me up on Instagram. So when I see people glorify that, I be telling the people like, do it if you want to do it. But I'm also going to just tell you, it ain't all it's, when everyone talks about it, 3 girls in one day, all that other it sounds great on paper. Trust me, when you do it, you won't be thinking I'm a champ.
You see, the difference between being a chimpanzee throwing its own poop and a human being inventing the iPhone is only about 1.2% of DNA. And when you live a life without a clear purpose on what you want to excel at, you will very quickly turn into that poop-flinging chimpanzee. Take Scott Storch for instance. At one point, one of the greatest producers on the planet, producing hit after hit after hit.
Because obviously we know the Dre stuff.
Yeah, I mean, man, like one of the most successful things that I ever did in my career was I had 3 smash hit songs consecutively released as singles on Beyonce's first album, Dangerously in Love. So, you know, I loved working, you know, me and Timberland had a chemistry on the production side, you know, working together. And we did a lot of cool stuff that people don't know we did.
Right.
And what happens? Boom. He loses all his focus, starts chasing women and the high life, and he loses everything he worked decades to build.
I was a mess for a while. You know, I wasn't even interested in doing nothing but, you know, getting some nasty girl and a big bag of and just hide out in a hotel room somewhere for a week. You know, I mean, it wasn't like music. I didn't care. I was like...
And you lost a lot of money, too.
Yeah, spent a lot of bread and, you know...
Have you looked back on a number?
Like when you talk about blowing 100 million, there's cats out here that blew double that, triple that, so...
The number was 100 million?
Around 100, yeah.
Around 100, oh.
That's how easy this can happen. One day you're worth 100 million, the next only $100. All simply because you start chasing the wrong things. So if you agree that having a clear purpose is essential to a man's life, then please drop a like on the video and comment down below what you think. Now, Scott Storch was lucky enough to at least have that focus and obsession in the beginning of his career, which actually helped him to become very successful in the first place. And it's precisely this obsession to become great at something that most men today are completely lacking, since all they are thinking about is ass. Now, the problem in today's society is that we cuddle a young man way too much in a time where there's more distractions than ever, making it very easy to lose focus and sort of drift through life without any meaningful purpose. And so this is exactly where proper teaching comes in. Take Alexander the Great, for example, who at just 18 was put in charge of the left wing of the Macedonian army at the Battle of Chaeronea, winning a decisive victory over the Greeks. And at age 20, when his father died, he started on his now infamous 10-year campaign conquering the known world. Now, this all didn't just happen by accident or some fluke. No, Alexander the Great was a brilliant general and a brilliant leader of men because he was actually taught by a brilliant man himself, the great Aristotle, considered by many to be the greatest intellectual minds that has ever lived, studying everything from biology to philosophy, physics, and many more, always focusing on facts and logic.
Lust, it is a surrender to the passions and does nothing for the excellence in us, nor does any other excess. But when men lie together and knowledge and virtue are passed between them, that is pure and excellent. When they compete to bring out the good, the best in each other, this is the love between men that can build a city-state.
So to be taught by the great Aristotle himself makes it almost impossible not to achieve great things. Now, unfortunately, our modern-day teachers are a far cry from the great Aristotle, and many of them are in no way qualified to teach young boys on how to become proper men.
I have a student in one of my classes that's homophobic, transphobic, sexist, purposefully misgenders me.
I teach in an explicitly trans-affirming high school. We have gender support plans. We have a gender-affirming wardrobe at our school.
I am going to quit. I'm 100% going to quit. And it is because, not comments like this, but it is because people like this have taken over or are starting to take over education.
And he says, Mr. Cow, do you think I'm a boy or a girl? I paused and I said, student, I don't get to decide if you're a boy or a girl. Only you get to decide.
Yep, in some cases, you're better off sending your child to that poop-flinging chimpanzee, since there's really not that much difference here. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that without true purpose in your life, you end up chasing all these shiny things, the instant gratification that is so easily to obtain these days, and for most men, that simply means bedroom fun without any meaningful fulfillment. So then the question becomes, how do you actually find purpose? Well, the answer is simple: go out and find it. There's truly no other way than to simply immerse yourself in a wide range of activities and new experiences to find out which activity you actually want to dedicate the next 10 years of your life to. I once met the parents of a very successful Dutch entrepreneur who had built a massive chain of over 50 franchises, and they told me the story of how they dealt with him when he was literally a loser kid failing in his high school education. So what happened was, this guy was getting terrible grades at his high school, so the parents placed him at another one where he continued to get terrible grades and wasn't going to graduate. So the parents transferred him again, but this time to a very expensive private school, and he still wasn't doing great. Now eventually he did manage to complete his high school with the worst grades imaginable, and so university wasn't really an option, which meant a trade school. However, the dad didn't even see that going well, so he said, no, it's going to be a complete waste of time and money, here's some cash, now go travel the world. And so he did. After which he returned home, and he was now obsessed with this one particular product that he eventually developed into a multi-million-dollar business. Now I can already hear some people say, yeah, that's easy when you have enough money to travel the world for 9 months and not have to work, but when you say that, you're missing the point of this story. You see, this guy was already living a comfortable life, having everything he needed to succeed and be happy, and still he failed miserably. He had all the ingredients to be successful, but he had no purpose and no obsession behind it to actually make it happen. When you are forced out of your comfort zone, you are forced to change and adapt, making you learn new things and gain new perspectives. You will start to see opportunities that you never even thought of, and this will help you move forward in life. It is why moving away from your home at a young age is such a good experience for young men. When men don't have this purpose, they will lack discipline, motivation, and things will start to go bad real quick. This is why a man's life should never revolve around doing stuff to get attention from women or to get dates so you can have bedroom fun. It is why you shouldn't care about the 10 tricks to make her want you or about how to make a woman obsessed with you, since it's all completely worthless. This was why men should stop chasing women. Please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos.